be interested to get a sense of some of the sort of preconceptions around data that you may have come into the business with, because you seem to have really embraced it. And one of the things I've seen within the industry, and we've talked about this many times, is something I think you've really embraced, which is mutual respect for the art and the science. Yeah. How did you come in? What was your mindset then, and how has it evolved over the last 9 months?
Yeah, I came in with an open mind. I don't know if I had a strong sort of preconception of how I would embrace it or how I would...
Particularly 20 years of it being a strong brand, emotional advertising.
Yeah, what was very clear day one when I started this job was how little of it we had in agencies, how little data and science we had. I mean, it's, you know, it's looking back now, I'm kind of embarrassed that I ran an agency that had so little real data capability. But I think the mutual respect thing is key, and you know, it's art and science. It's not one or the other, and you do need that kind of combination of both. We say here at IAG, you need to know when to art and know when to science, because there are times when the science won't tell you what to do. And if I look at a lot of the really amazing ideas that I admire and respect, Fearless Girl, you know, that great bronze statue in Wall Street, the John Lewis Christmas ads, no science or research is going to tell you to take those leaps. That's an intuitive leap that the brave marketer's made. What's been really interesting for me is, look, no one person, I believe, is great at everything. So you've got to always build teams that have complementary skills. And I think, you know, I've got a couple of people, Willem, who you know, and a couple of other people on my team who are incredibly strong on the science and the data, and complement me in, you know, 1 + 1 = 3 when I work with people like that. And so I think you've got to be aware of your own kind of strengths and weaknesses.
How's that
right?
journey been? You know, particularly that point that you made, that almost, it feels like a working philosophy of when to art, when to science.
Yeah.
What have you learned on the way in that?
Yeah, well, I guess the most interesting revelation has been all the sort of fundamental beliefs I have about creativity have played out in our science. Right. So we've done a big media attribution study, a really great piece of work, and the findings of that completely align with the things I just fundamentally believe about creativity, like emotional work works harder than rational work. You know, I'm not a big fan of a lot of display and a lot of programmatic. I think it's very sort of disposable creativity that doesn't really add any value. Again, plays out in our attribution, doesn't really drive a great effect for us. Search does. It really helps when I've got science to back me up. Like, I feel like I can really push things creatively because I know it's backed up by the science. That's the power of art and science together.
Yeah. You made a point around question marks around programmatic, and I often, it's one of those words that is used and abused, but the broader term of automation and automating creative, not necessarily creative conception, but actually, you know, particularly in the digital world, the ability to do things like A/B test or take different parts of a creative story and put it in different places through automation. Is that something that, what's your take on that, do you think?
Look, we're doing a lot of work around AI and automation and machine learning here at IAG, and I think it's incredibly exciting, some of the things we can do. Automation can be incredibly powerful, and we should use it for any sort of tasks that you know, human beings can't do. So, you know, experimenting at scale and multiple experiments at one time, and I think that's really important and critical, and we get great learning from that. So I'm all for it. The bit that I passionately believe can't be automated is the idea bit.
Yeah.
And I think that's the bit that requires guts. It requires heart. And I don't know any machine that's got guts or a heart. So I think, you know, and maybe maybe one day, you know, the machines will be able to do that, but I can't see it happening. So I think, sure, automation, AI, you know, and we're doing some really exciting things around that I find hugely inspiring and exciting here at IAG, but I really believe the bit we'll never automate or be able to automate is the creativity bit.
Cool. Thank you so much for your time today, appreciate it.
Thank you, cheers.